Alright, y'all, I just wanted to start off this video by straight up saying, hey, I'm a little late to the party on uploading my video. You gotta be patient with me. I am literally editing this on my phone that I also run a business on. So it's really hard to get just a few minutes to sit here, edit everything, go over everything, do voiceovers and whatnot. With that all being said, we had a really great time out there. There will be a separate video uploaded that's basically the whole getting ready before Indy and making sure everything was dialed. Even though we had, the radiator explode and whatnot, we had a great time. I feel like we did fairly well, and it was just awesome. We actually went out there and put on a performance, which is what I've been trying to do for the last few years of going. We took a 1 year break due to personal issues, and I personally want to take the time and let everybody know that we devoted this burnout to my little sister-in-law. She unfortunately passed away back in March of last year, and the only Cleetus and Cars event she went to with us was Indy, so it felt fitting to basically designate this entire run to her. And without further ado, I'm going to shut up and let you guys watch the video. This is just a little bit of B-roll from in the pits. We had a great spot, didn't get bothered a whole lot, but we also didn't get to meet a whole lot of people. So if you're ever at one of these events, you see the truck, just come on up, talk to us. I'm just a normal person. You're more than welcome to say hi.
Tex Choice is showing the way, and we'll see how many takers do we have on lap number 1 for the jump. First 2 have gotten by, and it looks like everybody's like, you know what, we're going to ride a little bit here. We're going to save our stuff. Oh, man. As soon as I say that, no. And the front of that one is absolutely destroyed already. Oh, my God. The 1-team, James Stannis, who was a late addition to this race, he has absolutely KO'd his car here on lap number 1. That was big air. You saw just another huge nose down landing out there. But he kept the nose on the car, and he's going to be able to make the turn now. That's the big question. On the right front is in huge trouble there. Huge trouble. He is going to be toast. That thing is dead. The strategy seems to be probably don't hit the jump until you absolutely have to. But what do we know? New leader out front now. This is the Shred 80, and going to bypass the jump this time. As the rest of the field comes by, it looks like Jim York, something is definitely amiss with his car. He's going for the jump on the left, trying to get it up on 2. Oh, another massive landing out there. That was blue entry. I mean, again, these things are so nose heavy, they're landing basically vertically.
Oh no, that was a bad spot to park.
Absolutely over there in turn number 3, and now for the drivers that are going to come through there. Shred 80's going. We have to narrow things up just a little bit, and the 80, the right front, is definitely a miss there, and you see all the fluid that's already come pouring out of some of the car, and the 80 is toast. New leader now, the 134, heads out to the race lead. That, of course, is Troy Small, as the field now having to dodge PT Cruisers that have now littered the pit lane. Oh boy, we may have 2 of them trying to get to the jump at the same time. They're going end to end. Nope, they're going to skip it. They're going to bypass it. Jet Black, the Speedy Cop, the 32 coming in, and that, oh my goodness. I swear, one of these things, it looks like it's going to completely flip and rotate over, but just barely able to catch enough of the front of the car to stop it from rotating. Unbelievable. This is just nuts.
This is
again, near pileup, you got 3 cars making that sweeping or the tight. Oh, there we go. We just hooked them. The 134 has gone around, and now Jeff Block at Speedy Cop is closing in on the number 27 of John Moore. So here on this lap, he's going to get underneath Moore. He's very close to getting underneath Moore. Seth Frosty, the number 13, takes the jump as slow as we've seen anybody take the jump so far. Speedy Cop came in way hot. That thing pushed outside. Moore might be able to get it back on the inside. Neither of those guys have hit the jump yet, which is why their cars are still capable of turning left. Well, so it's of note at Seth Frosty, the 27. There you see, if you hit the little bit of a slower pace, you've got a better shot. Oh my God, Tex Choice there. That was about as fast as I've seen anyone hit that jump so far. There's just so much action to keep up with. There you see Jeff Block is showing the way there on the left side of your screen, and you're just seeing all the chaos as Jeff is going. He has gone and over. The 32 machine is gone over. Red flag is out. And the
He's all right.
crew quickly
He's all right. Alright, so after that last clip, I'd just like to state that the event that Cleetus and his crew puts on, it's like none other. I mean, you really got to go there and experience it. I apologize for the fact that this video is recorded all sorts of messed up and it is not sitting right. That being said, you know, we took the time. I spoke to Jeff Block from Speedy Cop. We helped him swap tires around after his burnout, and he's a real cool dude. He was definitely feeling it after that little rollover incident the day before. But just taking the ride, so it was an 8-hour ride for us on paper. Took us about 14 hours to get there. We had the truck fall off the trailer once. It was worth it just for the fireworks show. If you've never been there, they do put on a spectacular show. You cannot beat what they do, and it is just awesome. It's an event that you have to go there to fully appreciate what you see, and just the whole atmosphere of it is unbeatable. They really do a great job. Now, the next couple videos, I got the GoPro footage from on the truck. Unfortunately, we got stuck in a corner. I had a helmet on, it was way too big, and I went to turn my head left and right to see where I could swing it next, and what happened was I couldn't see because the helmet stayed straight. So I tried my best to kind of dog it, kick the clutch, get it to spin around, and unfortunately we had one of them going left instead of right moments, and ended up having to park it up against the wall. I didn't care. I told everybody that was with me I was either popping the motor or popping some tires. Unfortunately, we didn't pop the tires. Fortunately, we didn't pop the motor. We only popped the radiator. And I'll have a long format video of that, the damage, and what we're going to do to mitigate that in the future, as well as what we're going to improve upon on the truck with our crew, things we're going to do to basically just be able to put on a better show. You know, hopefully I could figure out how to do this recording, editing thing. Boy, I tell you what, I done got myself into some real situation, right? That's a monster truck. Hell yeah, brother. Wave at the camera. There's TT going on an adventure. She's chasing the monster truck. She's chasing the monster truck. I lost her. Damn it. That we brought with us all in one clip, but my fiance was chasing monster trucks down because she thinks they're cool. But here's a test burn out in the pits. I don't know if this is the one where I got it. This looks fast. Yeah, like I was saying in the last voiceover, there's really no way to practice it. You'll see here, I'm like 15th in line here, and by the time the 5th guy's out on the pad, there's so much burnout on press drag surface. So the first 5 guys really have an advantage in these events, and it's not really captured or talked about a whole lot, but you'll notice most of the guys toward the back of the pack, after that first 5, they do have a hard time spinning tires. Usually first and second place are always in the front of the pack, and if someone does good toward the back, props to them, or they're pushing way more power than they should be. That all being said,
pretty much
lineup.
Just going out alone.
If you're into this type of stuff, you've probably seen everybody else's videos. I sent my two brothers out to go get some B-roll of the burnout lineup. A bunch of cool cars. Had a good turnout, I felt like, the weather that was there that day. We ended up putting out a post on Facebook and Instagram basically saying, hey, everybody get here early. We're starting early. The rain's coming. I don't want to be stuck in that. So, yeah, we ended up leaving the Airbnb at like 8, 9 o'clock, and by the time we got there, the gates were open. Like, people were already pouring in. We didn't have a chance to really set up or relax, but we did our best to try and have a good time, put on a show. I feel like we actually did put on a show. Met a lot of cool people. You know, everybody was, everybody there is like-minded. So when you go to these events, you got to remember, everybody's just a normal person, whether they have their own YouTube video or YouTube channel or not. We are all just there as like-minded people, putting on a show, having a good time. It's all about meeting people and having a good time. Yeah, there's a little bit of contest there and whatnot, but you really can't beat it. If you want to go meet a bunch of like-minded people, that is the place to be. So, probably you'll see a big hood wrap on. I have a clip of Cleet coming up and petting a bald eagle. Turnout clip. Tried to explain what was happening. I said I was going to shut up, but fun fact I'd like to mention, we were in the driver's meeting and Kai Kelly said he was going to put his Regal in, and nobody believed that it was a good idea, except for me. I was the one that spoke up and said it'd be cool, and guess what? He did it. So, figured I'd throw that out there.
Anybody have a tire pressure gauge?
ever seen brake in my whole life. Wow, this is a lot of freedom coming at me, Brian. What do we got?
You got 1776 on the doors. You got a guy who came all the way up from Lake Ariel, Pennsylvania, driving the We the People GM truck. Waiting for the high side. Just bit this thing out here and start spinning, burning tires to the ground.
Alright, so I don't want to be the guy to voice over the whole video, but I figure I'll take the time while they got the hood open and they're checking for a fire on the GoPro footage to explain the scenario. Essentially, truck got heat soaked. I fired it up when I was in line 2-3 cars back. I had one fire in front of me, and then the guy right in front of me blew up out on the track, so I ended up sitting there running for quite a while. It's my fault I didn't shut it off, restart it when I was ready to go, but you don't really think that through in the heat of the moment. You're just hoping for the best. But we were at like 180 degrees when we went out there, and it was at 260 when she shut off. The only damage I could see, because it did fire up after it cooled down, is the fact that the radiator exploded. And again, I'll make more videos about that in the future. Yeah. So, here's a video that one of my folks got from out in the grandstand. Got a much better angle as far as the parking lot. Sheer amount of smoke that happened. You'll notice at one point the tires. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do. You can't practice for these events. You just gotta go out there and hope for enough power. It's a run with your run scenario. And you'll notice that I definitely turned left instead of right coming up here shortly. Again, when you're running borrowed equipment, sometimes things don't fit right. Go to look right, and some things straight, so you just go left. That's how you end up parked on a wall. saying that right there is workmanship that had I not done it, I would have popped my tires and definitely would have been a lot cooler. Okay, so that's going to wrap up our video. I'd just like to thank everybody. If you made it to this point, please like and subscribe so I could continue to do this, and hopefully I could get better at doing this. This is some just footage of monster trucks in the pits, and it was pretty cool to be, 10 feet away from these things while they're just moving, because it's a whole lot of metal moving around. But, yeah.